Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing just a quick small project out here on my back deck. So here's my little setup. You might remember this from last year. This is just a small black rolling garden cart that I ordered off of Amazon. I'll link it in the description below if I can find it. And what I did is I just planted it up with all sorts of herbs and kind of called it my little mini kitchen garden. It was super fun. It worked pretty well, but I actually ended up planting it more just for visual looks, I think, accidentally, not meaning to. And one of my rules this year is to plant only things that I actually want to eat. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, just this top part. Now down here you can see I didn't take very good care of my mint and my rosemary, and I'm not sure I love this setup, so I'm leaving this for a few weeks to decide what to do. You can see I have some chives, and I do have a little thyme that looks like it's trying to make a comeback here, but I did pull everything else that was kind of done. I need to refresh the soil, and then I need to plant my new plants. Alright, so in terms of supplies, you can see I have way less plants than last year, but everything should grow and fill in really nicely. And again, I'm really focusing on simplicity, just things I like to eat and enjoy. So the first thing on my list was Proven Winners Amazel Basil. This grows to be about 20 to 36 inches tall. It's hard to imagine that. Let me step into the sun looking at this little plant. But it really does spread. My parents grow these and have great luck with them. So I have 2 of the Amazel Basils, and then moving on, I have 3 little cherry tomatoes. Oops, I need to find a tag. Here we go. So the kind I found, these were just little $3 tomato plants, super sweet 100 cherry tomatoes. Let's see. They get about 24 to 36 inches tall. So what I'm thinking for the tomatoes, I always want to try to find the kind that kind of cascade down the sides with, you know, the little stems of the cherry tomatoes. I have a little bit of trouble finding the exact varieties that are really good for that. I'll try to find a few pictures and put some varieties up on the screen that I was trying to look for and just didn't have any luck. So instead, I think what I'm going to do is kind of plant them at an angle. So instead of growing kind of up like this, they'll kind of grow out like this, right? And then I can kind of pinch them here and there, and we'll see if we can kind of get that cascading, trailing kind of look that I'd like. And then have the basil. And then the last thing that I have is just a little pony pack of marigolds, which are great companion plants for tomato and basil. They help kind of, I think, deter pests, and they just grow really well together. So aside from that, I am going to mix in a little bit of garden tone fertilizer and just refresh the soil a little bit. I might try to save our thyme and our chive and just move them around and kind of see where they fit. But other than that, I am just going to get to planting. Is kind of match what that one's gonna be. So I'm gonna dig a little hole.
Okay, I'll do it too. Okay,
so what we're gonna do is see how I'm laying it on its side. And I want to make sure that root ball is all covered. Okay?
Okay.
So, but see how it's kind of sideways? That way it'll grow more out this way and then trail down. Yep, but those ones we're gonna plant straight up. So watch, like this one right here.
Yeah, but I did this one.
And let's put these kind of right out front because they're a really happy, nice little color. Root ball's pretty loose, so we don't need to do too much there. And then there we have it, at least for the top anyway. Everything is super simple, especially compared to last year, which was really fun. I enjoyed it, but I was excited to pare things down. And as you can see, I just kept the original tags. I kind of like having the information. I know they're not quite as attractive, kind of all mixed and matched. But I do like being able to pull them out and kind of just remember, you know, okay, what exactly did I grow? How big is it going to get? All the details. So I think this is really fun. I'm excited to watch it fill in. You can see I have our tomato 1, 2, 3. And like I said, I tried to kind of plant them slanted at an angle so that the growth would kind of go out this way as opposed to straight up, competing with our basil. So those hopefully will fill in and get quite a bit bigger. I'll probably pinch them back a little bit. And then I did split our chive into 2. So we have 2 little mini chives. I love the smell. Of course, the Amazel Basil smells wonderful. Popped our marigolds 1, 2, 3, 4. We kind of doubled up over here. I think it's a nice pop of color. Okay, and then remember down here, I'm not planting up these 3 pots quite yet. I picked these out last year. They're just cheapy little plastic pots. I had wanted kind of some nice terracotta pots or something here. I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm thinking about doing like a super tunia that'll just cascade down and make this whole thing just blooms and kind of make the pots disappear. If you have ideas, I'd love to hear them. I love the idea of having flowers and kind of edibles up here. And of course, our whole back deck is going to have flowers. So, oops, my little grill is crowding the pot in the corner, but I'm thinking of doing kind of the bubblegum hot pink flowers back here this year. Last year, I kept it pretty cool with purples, chartreuses, things like that. So we have a pot over back in that corner and then one over here, another one down here, and then another one by our door over here. So we'll see. I think it'd be kind of fun to have, you know, the Super Tunia Vista bubblegum just kind of all over, really nice bright punches of that pink, and then having kind of like almost like a curtain of it in our little vegetable cart. We'll see, but it's kind of fun. I freshened up our back deck a few days ago. I did sand down my table, and I'm thinking of just letting it kind of gray out, kind of coastal vibes, just natural gray instead of staining it like I do every year. We'll see. It's just fun to get back out here and enjoy the nice weather. All right, nice, easy, quick project out here. I'm really excited to watch our little garden cart fill in and thrive, hopefully, this summer. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.